Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is Halloween and I'm very excited. So fun. It's not gonna go up on Halloween though. But I have an update for my Pan Nose eyeshadows. And I know it's only been maybe 2 weeks since I uploaded the first one. I'm not sure how long it was between filming and uploading. I don't remember, so I don't know how long I've been working on these eyeshadows exactly. I want to say maybe almost a month, because I've been working on them the same length of time as the like Project Pan stuff I want to use up before the end of the year. I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Anyway, however long it's been since I filmed that, I have progress. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my big palette, which is the Crown Pro. I don't think the actual palette has a name. I don't know. I don't have any progress on this palette yet. I am working on the shade right here. The shades don't have names, so it's just like the inner corner highlight shade, and that's what I've been using it for. There is a little bit of a dip you can kind of see there. It's going to be a very long time before I hit pan on that, because I literally just use it for my inner corner, and I've probably only excuse me, probably only used this about, if I'm being honest, probably only about 5 times this month. I have been doing my makeup like very regularly. It's crazy and I'm so proud of myself. I've done my makeup, I think every weekday. I think I've done it a couple like days on the weekend, like a couple Saturdays maybe, but I've done it pretty much every weekday except for like 2 or 3 days. So that's good. That's crazy for me. Oh, what am I doing with my hair? I don't know. That's really good for me, and you'll see it in my progress. So this is my mid-size palette, my small palette, because I only have 2 palettes in here. This is the Wet n Wild Vinyl Collection 6-pan palette, and I have pan, like really like substantial pan in this cream shade here. I don't know. I've been using it to set my eyeshadow primer, and yeah, there we go. This is probably my most used shade out of all of these, because I can pretty much use it with any look. I think there was only a handful of times when I did my makeup when I didn't use it. I don't know what's going on with my throat right now. That's really weird. Anyway, I have used all of the other shades at least a few times besides the gold shade, which I really haven't used the gold shade because of the single shadow I've been working on is like a gold glitter-y shadow. So I didn't really have a need for like the gold metallic. Well, it's like an orange. I guess the other one is more orange. But I just never felt like I needed both of them at the same time. The green one, I am starting to get a bit of a dip in. You can see it there. You can definitely see the usage on all the other shades. I wonder if you can see. I don't know. The green one is probably the one I will hit pan on next. The brown shade is not super. The brown shade is a little weird. Okay, it's not super pigmented, but also kind of is. Like, it's as, you don't need much to get as much pigment as it's gonna give you. This is gonna make probably no sense unless you've like used this and you know what I'm talking about. But you really only need the smallest amount, and the shade can build up a little bit, but only like 2 or 3 layers, and then anything beyond that, it like just doesn't get any deeper, and it doesn't really get as deep as it looks in the pan. So it's kind of hard to use a lot of the shade. Excuse me, I'm sorry if that's like gross, but I don't know what's going on. It's kind of hard to use a lot of the shade because, I mean, it's not super pigmented, but at the same time, you can't layer it a whole bunch of times to make it a lot more pigmented. You can make it a little bit, I don't know, it's weird. It's a weird shade, so that one's probably going to take a while, but if I were to guess, that would be the one that I would hit pan on after the green shade. So we'll just have to wait and see. This palette will, just to reiterate from the first video, this palette will be staying in here until I hit pan on all 6 shades. The first palette will be staying in until I hit 1 pan. And then my single shade that I am working on is the ColourPop Hocus Pocus Dost Thou Comprehend shade, and it is a like a orangey gold glitter, and I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but there is pan in there, like there you go, little tiny spot of pan. And to be honest, I think I might have said I wanted like a substantial amount of pan in this shade before I rolled it out. But if I'm being honest, I'm kind of over this. Gold, like it really comes off, like I'm wearing it today. It really comes off a bit more gold than orange in my opinion. And I'm just kind of over it, especially now it's Halloween and I don't typically do like really, I don't know, I don't like gold looks to begin with that much, but I kind of was a little bit more into it because it was like an orangey gold and it's, you know, October. But going into November, I'm definitely going to still be doing some fall looks, but I will start to transition into winter looks. And I'm just kind of don't see myself really wanting to reach for this, so I know that I'm going to struggle if I keep it in here. And since I technically have pan in it, I am just going to roll it out. So that's what I'm doing. To replace that, I have another ColourPop Super Shock Shadow, actually from the same collection. This is the Hocus Pocus To Be Young and Beautiful Again. And this is this one. I'll go ahead and swatch it for you. It's gonna be a lot easier for me to use because it is definitely more of a topper than the orangey one was, because that one I could sheer out to make it a bit more of a topper, which is kind of what I've been doing. But it definitely still has a base color to it. This one really doesn't have much of a base color. It's just kind of beautiful champagne-y glitters. So I think that it will be pretty easy for me to hit pan on this one. Especially because for me, this really isn't like a one and done shadow shade, but this one is. So I don't know how much I'll be doing that because I do still want to be working on the other shades in here, but probably at least a handful of times I will do that because since it has really no base color, I can really pack it on there and get like a lot used in one go. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, that's it. That's it for this update. I am really going to try to remember to use the inner corner highlight shade more often, because I think that if I focus on that, I will be able to make a much better dent in here. Also, real quick, can we talk about how deep I feel like this pan is like really deep. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but that took me forever to hit pan on that. Probably roughly somewhere around 100 uses to hit pan on that shade. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to hit pan in the green shade. I feel like the dip is moving relatively quickly, definitely more quickly than the matte shade. The green is like a satin kind of shade. So we'll see. But if I could get pan by the next update, that'd be crazy. But that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, go ahead and let me know. Let me know if you've ever used this palette and you know what I'm talking about with the brown shade, because it's just kind of weird. But yeah, so go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell if you want to stay tuned for this series thing. And I'll see you next time. Bye.